Yo, what's up, man? I'm back. Got sick. Got a new job, so haven't done a video for man like maybe 3 weeks. But I got uh, like two I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna do this one and then one right after, and then try and get them both posted today. But we'll see. So I'll just get right into it. Yeah, and don't mind me. I'm still waking up. This video is gonna be about. It's just something that I just see a lot these days. It just seems like it's the I don't know, the atmosphere we're living in. But as men, we have to kind of not funnel into stuff. We got to do what we do. Again, like I said, you got to have a standard and a protocol. So you got to stick to that no matter what's going on, because everything else is just noise. But the point is this: the adversarial relationship and the adversarial position and perspective that men have, at least from what I see a lot, and it's just theme that you see reflected in a lot of things, even from women towards us, but a lot of us toward women too, because we've been hurt, we've been left, whatever, we got, some of us at least have stuff with women, and we kind of hold on to whatever it is that we're feeling as a result of that. So we seem to have taken up this adversarial relationship, or people at least have it in their mind that it is. I'm just coming straight out to say this: women are not your adversaries, man. Women are your companions. They're your mates. They're your wives, your girlfriends, your lovers, the women that you're in love with. That's what women are. I think the thing about it is this. No, I know. A lot of times guys try to put women on the same like footing as us, and we're not equal in the sense that we're not the same. So you have to always understand that dealing with a woman is going to be a certain way. Even women know that to a degree. A lot of women won't admit it, but again, they respond to, the same types of things. And I don't care what anyone says. I know this because I've lived it. It's like me and my son don't have talks about stuff, not so much anymore because he's getting older and he's living more. But he'll be like, that, this, and that, you don't know. And I'll be like, I don't gotta argue with you. I lived it. On more than one occasion. I have nothing to argue. I'm like, you'll see when you experience it. The same goes with guys with women. A lot of guys are like, women this and women that. Excuse me. They this and they that and they that. And I'm like, look, man, is when you lack experience with women, I mean, your few experiences, tend to shape your perspective on them. And a lot of guys are this guy. They've had a few experiences with girls, and then they see all this stuff on the internet. I ain't gonna get into it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. There's all sorts of groups of guys and movements and also the dumb shit, where guys like, yeah, women this and that. Nah, man, nah, look. Human nature hasn't changed. Men haven't changed. Women haven't changed. Regardless of what Apple tells you or any of these, any of these other companies or whatever, just you gotta stick. This is one of the things about game. I'm kind of going for a tangent, but I'm gonna say, game is about Thomas principles. It's called Thomas principles and Thomas wisdom for a reason. Why? Because it's timeless, even now. Don't fall into the thinking that things are not what they always were, because they still are what they always were. All right, I digress and go back to what I was saying. Dudes are in this position where they think that women are our adversaries. You got cats like, no disrespect to him, and he's not alive anymore. So, may he, rest easy, Kevin Samuels. A lot of people look at his videos and are like, oh, see, women this, they see him, going back and forth with women, which is something you shouldn't do anyway. Don't be going back and forth with women about anything. But definitely don't be going back and forth with women from a perspective where you feel like as if they're your adversaries. Women are anything. Women are they're wonderful. The thing about it though is kind of goes back to one of the videos I made before about an impression on women and establishing yourself with women. You have to, because women are like marriage. You have to basically tell her how it's gonna be. You have to show her how it's gonna be. Don't fake it. That's why you got to see. That's why it's everything. Again, I say, game is like all encompassing. You see repeating themes, and this is one of the things. When you're a good guy who's honest, who's kind, who has good character, who has behavior that's honorable, you just have to present this to a woman. Don't be like, oh well, I gotta do like this. Well, she's a baddie. Don't know. Be the same. Be consistent. Again, another thing, consistency. I've said this before in another video. When you're that type of guy and a woman meets you initially, she sees how you are, and then you've basically set the narrative. And then the idea of it ever even becoming an adversarial relationship of a us versus them or me versus her, it never even comes to the surface because you've already set it up, and she's like, okay, and she's on board with it. Even for chicks that don't like you, sexually or physically or attracted to you, you can still be cordial with women like that, and you can set up to where, okay, me and this, I'm not attracted to this chick or she's not attracted to me. We can still be cordial and respectful and, cool for the most part. And even then, that kind of, is something that kind of helps you establish a situation where a woman has a better feeling about you. She don't have to necessarily like you or want to sleep with you or want to be with you, but she can still be like, he's a really cool dude and he's really nice and he's a sweetheart. You want to try and keep things on the up and up, anyway. And that's kind of what being consistent and all the other things I just mentioned a couple seconds ago do. And it sets you up for success with women. Even when things don't work out, you still succeed. So you don't have to end up in a situation where you feel like women are your adversaries. A girl breaks up with you and you're in the dumps kicking cans and walking around and wanting to, perpetuate acts of violence on women and anyone else. That's not player right there. That's not player. That's not Mac shit. That's not what a ladies' man does. That's not what a man does. So don't even let your brain venture off into that avenue. So here's another thing you have to remember too. If you're constantly feeling like women are your adversaries, you've already set up a narrative to where you can never really have. It will never be good. Like if it's always contentious, like me against you, you can never have a harmonious, happy, enjoyable, what's the word? Productive, relationship or dealing with that person. I mean, you don't have two companies that do business and we're like, we don't like them. They'll do business, but I mean, it's a situation where, you're not going to become a preferred vendor or, you're not going to get a bunch of kickbacks and stuff like that because it's like, okay, well, we do each other strictly business, you know what I'm saying? Or even only on these regards and nothing else, we won't extend the, preferred rates or, it's the same with women though. You don't want to do that. And it's even more with women because you have so many other variables that are involved. Plus a lot of it is matters of the heart and things of that sort. And it directly affects your life and your quality of life, especially when you're with a woman in a relationship and it's like that. You don't want that. Listen, this is a PSA again to a lot of guys. If you're in a relationship with a girl and y'all not happy and she just gives you nothing but stress, leave the situation. Dudes be in relationships for years with a girl. And this, and they're just beefing and my girl this and she did back and forth and you're arguing with your girl and you can't stand her and she don't want to sleep with you. What are you there for? But the unfortunate part of stuff like that is so many guys are living that. A lot of guys are that dude I just described. And then they get out of a relationship. It usually ends badly or worse than badly. And then they go into the next, and you establish this bad freaking habit of thinking that this is what relationships are. And then you go and tell other dudes, and then next thing you know, you got a whole movement of dudes, like my father said, walking around with their lip poked out, mad and butt hurt over something, when it was a situation that could have been avoided altogether. You have to understand that you can't enter into situations like this. You have to understand that whenever you approach something with the wrong perspective and the wrong attitude, like an attitude of women are out to get me or women are gold diggers or women are hypergamous. This is the last time you're going to hear me say that word because that word is goofy. Women are going to be whatever you give. They're going to give you back what you give them. Y'all got to, dudes want to argue with the game. Quit arguing with the game. The game is the game. Anybody on the net and even in real life that you talk to that really knows game is going to tell you, back to what I said, timeless principles and timeless, concepts. The game stays the game. You can either rock with it or not. The same way a chick can rock with you or not, the game is the same way. That's why I'm good at it, because I've accepted that and I live that and I embody that. But so many other dudes that basically are good at game are the same way. Stop going down this road. Women are great, man. I love women. I love all women. I'll do a video about that at some point too. I think I love women. I love them. They're great. Even women that I don't like, I love. I love them all. And that's another thing, that's a segue. This also touches to this. If you don't like all women, then it's going to be easy for them to be, perceived as your adversaries or contentious or anything like that. You got to let drop all that, you know what I'm saying? And just understand that if you got a chick and you feel that with her, get out of there, man. All you got to be like, hey, you know what? This chick ain't for me. This situation's not for me. No problem. You don't gotta walk away, you know, calling her names and mad at man. Come on, man. That ain't what a man does, man. You supposed to be stable, consistent, you know what I'm saying, constant, you know what I'm saying, honorable. You supposed to be smooth, man. Be smooth, you know, just be cool. So like I said, you know, I'm gonna end this video. Women are not, they're not your enemies. They're not your adversaries. Definitely not. They're not out to get you. Well, I mean, some of them are out to get you because they're like, hey, how you doing? You know, they're out to get you like that. That's a good thing. But they're not out to get you in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Women just have a lot of ways about them that you have to understand will never change. Just like the game don't change. When you accept that, then you'll realize, you know what I'm saying, things are gonna, you know, they'll just naturally work better because you're already in that you're already in that way of being. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to try. It just as people say, it is what it is, whatever that means. But all you have to do is be, you know, and don't fight against what is. When you be and don't fight against what is, then you see everything's just gonna happen as it should. And it's gonna be good. Oh, I got raps. All right, man. I'm gonna do probably one or two more videos after this, but I'm just trying to rush and do this. So, but women are not your adversaries. You know, like the channel, subscribe, share the videos, and I got a whole lot more stuff coming out. And then like I always say, you know, be the man because you are the man. All right, peace.